Yo, yo, yo. Joe Sketch, back with another Road to Pro, and I thought it was about time, me being from the EU, to finally talk about EU Halo. In this video, I'll review the first 4 weeks of a Pro League, day by day and game by game. First off, the teams. Going into the season, there were two big favourites. Current champions, Fabe, who were undefeated in Season 1, and newly formed Team Vibe, with big slayers Cristola and Snipedrone joining. Questions on how the other 4 teams would perform: Pulse, 5th place in Season 1, had found form towards the end of the season, and they kept their roster together. Infused, 2nd in online last season and 4th at finals, they had acquired Kimbo from Fabe to strengthen their team. X-Men, later VWS Gaming, 2nd at finals but had lost their key player Jimbo and Snipedrone, gaming Lunny and open circuit player Anima. And Prophecy, 6th in Season 1, also losing Cristola, their best slayer. They picked up open circuit player Vexus. First up was Prophecy vs Pulse Gaming. A strong show from Pulse hit Prophecy with a swift 3-0, 122 in Stronghold's Eden, 50-21 in Slayer Eden, and despite the 3-2 score on CTF Fathom, Pulse outslayed by 13 kills. The second 3-0 was for Vibe against Infused. A strong start saw Vibe double Infused kills in CTF Truth, winning 3-0. After a 50-38 Slayer once again for Vibe, the 3-0 was sealed with a 100-81 Plaza Strongholds win. Fab E vs X-Men, now VWS Gaming, was match 3 and another 3-0, this one for Fab E. A strong Plaza Strongholds win, 100-38, was followed by a very closely contested True Slayer ending 50-45, Respectful going massive with 15-7. Chalky put up big numbers for X-Men with 24 kills on CTF Fathom, but it wasn't enough as Fabi closed out the series winning 3-2. Day 2 saw the first game 5, Vibe vs Pulse. Cristola put his team in his backpack in the first game, a 3-2 win for them, and EU Ola going 19-9 with 2 flag caps. Pulse answered back with a 50-31 win on Regret Slayer, SLG contributing to 24 of their kills, 13 kills and 11 assists, with only 5 deaths. Pulse took a hotly contested Eden Strongholds, 100-90, despite being outslayed by 10 kills. Cristola, on fire, allowed Vibe to take it to Game 5 with his 17 kills, planning Vibe to a 3-1 CTF status win. Game 5 was a thriller. 50-46 Plaza Slayer, Vibe managed to win it and left Pulse gutted. X-Men, who I'm now going to call VWS to not confuse anyone, mainly me, played Prophecy, and this was spouted as the 2 predicted bottom teams fighting each other. Lunny turned full beast mode in game 1 for Rig Strongholds, going 22-6. VWS cruised to a 100-52 win. Game 2 was much of the same, this time Chalky and Anima taking the spotlight, hitting 36-15 between them. VWS won Slayer Truth 50-36. Dignity was partly restored for Prophecy as they played a close game 3 on CTF Coliseum, losing 3-2 and outslaying by 1, but they were 2-0 up in that game. Fabi played Infused as the last game. This was a quick series. Fabi took CTF Fathom 3-2 and after that Infused crumbled. A stake took place on Plaza Slayer. Havoc only 4 kills with Mosemy other side going 15-6. Empire Stronghold saw Fabi securing the win 100-34 and the series 3-0. Week 1 saw Fabi not losing any form from last season, with Vibe keeping up the pace. At the bottom, worries for Prophecy and Infused, no map wins for either side, 0-2. Week 2. Week 2 started with Infused taking on VWS, and things didn't look good for Infused. A 3-1 win on CTF Fathom for VWS put pressure on the Season 1 finalists. Lunny's 3 caps and Ramirez's 15 kills showed that they were no pushovers. Game 2, Regret Slayer, saw a 46-46 tie before Batchet and Havoc went clutch for Infused, ending 50-47 and tying the series. 61-5 on Eden Strongholds to Infused before a lag out. To note, VWS about to get full control, but this got sent into a replay. The replay needed Infused to get only 44 points and VWS 100. After an initial trading of points, VWS blitzed into the lead and howled it, 100-34 the end score, and VWS went 2-1 up in the series. Havoc only managing 3 kills, whereas Chalky 17 for VWS. Infused answered back, a long fought 3-1 in Truth CTF saw them take it to Game 5, which was Slayer on Plaza. No Game 5 thriller as Infused came out with a dominant performance, Kimbo 18 for 8 and the end score 50 to 32, and Rage Mirez quitting just before the end of the game. Next up was Pulse vs Fabe, and Fabe wanted to assert their dominance again. 3-2 in CTF Coliseum to them, a close game looking at the score, but Pulse heavily outslayed with Fragger only 4 kills. Pulse really showed some life in Game 2, Plaza Slayer, going 15 to 4 up against the champions, but Fabe came back and just squeaked it 50 to 44. 2-0 down and Pulse looked deflated, going into Empire Strongholds, and it showed. Fabe taking it 100 to 7, Fragger with 1 kill and Punisher with 0 caps. A crazy performance from the champs to win 3-0 against Pulse. Finally, we saw Prophecy vs Vibe. Now Infused had just won earlier, so Prophecy now rock bottom going into this game. The Barrel gained MVP for this game, as Vibe took it 100 to 65. Prophecy, the kings at start and Strax, just faltered in the middle before gaining a bit of control near the end, but it was too late. Prophecy hitting some nasty snipes and Slayer Collie, looking at you Buck20, but their good start filtered towards the end. Vibe tying at 42 all and never looking back, taking it 50 to 43. Once again, Prophecy 1-0 lead in CTF Collie, but Vibe applied with pressure from then on, and at 2-1 Cristolo turned into a god. Hitting shot after shot of the snipe, including a mean quickscope from Top Cat to Top Rockets for a frenzy. 3-1 Vibe in the game and 3-0 in the series. Quick note, that spree from Cristolo was sick. Day 2 saw the clash of the titans, Vibe vs Fabe off stream. It was Fabe who started the strong over 2, winning a comfortable 100 to 17 on Empire Strongholds, but Vibe started Slayer Truth so well and held the lead until 46 kills. 2 full collapses for Fabe saw them clutch it up 50 to 47 and take a 2-0 lead. Mo's 19 and 10 in that game. Vibe said, meh, we're not that much worse than you, and powered through to a 3-1 win in CTF Truth. Game 4 was all Fabe needed to win the series, 100 to 66 on the Rig Strongholds. Septic saying, we'll beat them next time. Off stream, the other 2 games were played, and despite my searching and sifting through many Halo archives on the internet, I could not find the individual matches. I even tried Ancient Magic to locate the games, but alas, it wasn't enough. VWS shocked many, 3-1ing Pulse, and Prophecy took it to a Game 5 vs Infused, but they went on to win 3-2. At the end of Week 2, Fabe 4-0, Vibe just behind 3-1, with Pulse on the other side 1 for 3, and Prophecy 0-4. Week 3 saw the rematch of Vibe vs Pulse as match 1. SLG said to me in a message after their first match against them that we'll win next time, and he set out to prove his promise. Awful French accent, not as bad as Sims though. 100 to 54 Eden Strongholds to Pulse with Septic and measly 4 kills, 7 less than any other player in the lobby. Game 2 was Slayer Strongholds, and thus started Snakey's infamous lagouts and connection problems. The score was 31 to 30 to Pulse when he lagged out. Talek had to be subbed in, a fellow Frenchman versus Pulse. A full rematch took place, and despite Talek's 4-12, Vibe won the game 50 to 40. Technically 80 to 72 overall, with Snipedrone having 19 kills to 7 deaths. Coliseum CTF and Snakey comes back, but if he lags out, Vibe will instantly forfeit the map. And that's exactly what happens. Vibe will up, but Snakey lags out, Pulse take the map by forfeit. This match was more a chat between Sims, Wonderboy and Dan Gaskin, which I'm not complaining about. Game 4 saw the return of Talek on the Rig Strongholds. I feel bad for the man. Talek lagged out when Pulse had a 20-point lead. The curse was real. A retake occurred, but after all that had happened, Vibe pretty much gave up. 9 kills between Septic, Talek and Cristola. Snipedrone put up a bit of a fight with 12 kills, but the game was easily won by Pulse, 80 to 12. Next up, Infused vs Fabe, and Dude was back! He replaced Havoc on Infused. Things started off poorly for Infused, 100 to 49 in Strongholds Empire to Fabe. On the positive side, Flux put down 18 for them. On the negative, Kimbo only 5. He needed to get fired up. Game 2 was my favourite game so far in the EU Pro League. It was Eden Slayer, and it was quoting Wonderboy, the Kimbo show. He went 20 for 10 and they won 50 to 48. Momentum carried Infused through into the next game, CTF Fathom. They won 3-1, 4 pulls, 3 caps for Infused, whereas Fabe pulled the flag 5 times and capped only once. Great play from Infused Flux and Batchford capping flag 2 at 1-1. They used each other as shields, ensuring one of them got the cap. Game 4, the Rig Strongholds, Infused went off 100 to 72. Coming back from a 31-0 start from Fabe, 62 uncontested points. Infused made them look like little kids in matchmaking. It left Sims speechless and Tilt Foxy rage quit to sum up Fabe's first ever loss of the Pro League in both Season 1 and Season 2 combined. Kimbo must have been the happiest man alive at that point. After the 2 amazing series already gone, a Prophecy win against VWS would have summed up the craziest night in the EU Pro League. Please bring a win to the Buks, I was saying, as the team I supported sat without one in the league. And they went 2-0 up in CTF Truth. I thought my prayers had been answered, but they dropped the ball, losing 3-2. Feels bad, man. The Buks and Prophecy demoralised, and they do it again in Game 2 Eden Slayer. 10 kill lead reduced as VWS tied it up at 41 all after 5 consecutive kills. Lunny managed to stay alive, 48-43 for VWS, and Chalky already teabagging. And with a clock under a minute, Prophecy slowly tried to bring it back. 49-48 for VWS, and they win it with 3 seconds on the clock. Prophecy hit back in Game 3, the Rig Strongholds. Buck 57 and Flames going off, 100 to 22. Prophecy 82 to 0 before VWS even got on the board. Game 4, CTF Collie, then became my favourite game in the Pro League. 2-2 and Buck 20 lags out. A full replay. 2-1 to Prophecy and VWS tie it up 2-2. Flames gets a triple kill and Vexus puts the flag at 90% mark, but VWS get the return and win the game. 3-1 to VWS and mine and Prophecy's heart broken. Ramirez with 33 kills. Day 2, once again unarchived. I saw the stream from Jimbo and it was the quickest series I've ever seen versus Prophecy. 3-0 to Fabe. 3-0 CTF Coliseum. 50 to 32 Slayer Collie, and 151 Eden Strongholds. Infused put up another win, their 4th in a row in a 3-2 battle versus Pulse. It may have been a reverse sweep, but my memory of the Twitter posts by the players is a bit vague. All I know is Pulse were 2-1 up in the series, winning a Strongholds replay, but ended the game early, which counted as a DQ for them, bringing Infused to 2-2, and they went on to win the series. That is absolutely gutting. And Vibe played VWS in the last game and hit them for all 3. 100 to 46 in Eden Strongholds, Snakey managing to stay in the game and put up 17 kills. Game 2 was Septic's show, 19 for 7 in Slayer Truth, as Vibe coasted to a 50 to 34 win. Game 3 was CTF Coliseum. After a long standoff at 2-1 to Vibe, Vibe clutched it in the last 10 seconds to stop a VWS cap. Lonnie hit 30 kills for VWS, but Anima only 6. That's a kill every 2 minutes. 3-0 in the series, and it went to Vibe. Week 3 saw Thrills and Spills, looking at you Prophecy. Fabe lost but stayed top after Vibe dropped their match versus Pulse. 5-1 and 4-2 respectively. Infused were now joint second after their 4-win streak, 4-2, with VWS 3-3, Pulse 2-4, and Prophecy 0-6. Week 4 started with first versus last, Fabe against Prophecy. After a lag out in the initial Plaza Strongholds, the repeat was taken 85 to 0 for Fabe and 28 kills to 7. Buck 57 with a breadstick, and all players apart from Vexuth having no caps. Brutal. At the time I couldn't even watch. Slayer Coliseum was next, and Prophecy a 4-33 for Slayers since Season 1 start. Feels Prophecy, man. 50 to 25 to Fabe, Buck 57 4-12, and Respectful on the other side 17 for 5. Fabe continued through to a 4-0 CTF Truth win, which I've clearly written wrong because you can't go to 4 caps, so it was clearly 3-0. They go to a 6-1 in the league, and Prophecy goes 0-7. I did the math. At this point, Prophecy could still make finals, so I did have a bit of hope. Next up, Vibe versus VWS, and Riots was back on the VWS squad, replacing Anima. Personally, I thought it was a bad move for VWS. I've always rated Anima's skill over Riot's, but I'm not a VWS player, so there must be reasons I don't see. Game 1 was CTF Coliseum, and both teams showed some fight. Vibe came away with an early 2-0 lead before VWS clawed them back to 2-2. Both flags out, but Vibe came out on top 3-2. Game 2, Slayer Truth, was an easy win for Vibe, 50-33. Snakey's 15 kills and 12 assists, and no one positive on VWS. Game 3 was a knockout blow for VWS, 100-19. Loss on Eden Strongholds, capped off by Rage Mirez rage quitting again. Vibe 3-0. Match 3 was Infused vs Pulse, and there was a lot of bad blood. Pulse with a DQ I mentioned earlier. Also, SLG was supposedly going to join Infused, but stuck it out with Pulse. Batchford was virtually given the boot, but came back out of the news from SLG. Game 1 was Plaza Strongholds. Pulse went up 77-13, but Infused gradually pulled back. Flux with some amazing one-on-one wins, tying the game at 83-83. 5 resets in the bottom mid for Infused meant a 100-83 win for them. Very close in the slays of both teams. There was no contest in Regret Slayer, 50-33 for Infused. Kimbo hitting 18 for 7, Pooney with only 4. Pulse had no form going into CTF Fathom. It was a closer game than before. Pooney again lacking in the kills with 15, whereas his teammate Cali hit 27. SLG hit to quit 3 kills, then a ninja on Flux, but Infused still won, 2-1 to them and 3-0 in the series. Day 2 saw Infused 3-1 VWS, putting them on a 6-win streak. Fabe hit Pulse for all 3, leading to a Vibe vs Prophecy. Despite a party going on in Snakey's house, Vibe won Game 1 CTF Truth 3-0. Shurzy ran out of socks, but Vibe were 46-25 up in the Rig Slayer before Snipedrone lagged out. Prophecy gave them the win. Game 3 was Eden Strongholds, and another easy 100-22 to Vibe. At the end of Week 4 and the current standings, Fabe, Vibe and Infused confirmed for finals, being 7-1, 6-2 and also 6-2 respectively. Vibe with a much better map win though. VWS in 4th with 3 wins and 5 losses. Pulse 2-6, but they play VWS next week, a massive game. All over for the boys on Prophecy. They will be in relegation 0-8 at the moment, but could take 5th if they beat Pulse and Infused next week. Personally, it's not a write-off for them. I still have hope. With that said, I'll bring this video to a close. It's been a long one, but thanks for sticking through it. I've been Joe Sketch. Please leave a like and subscribe. And also, Prophecy will win the next 2 games. See you in the next one. Peace.